So, we have seen the air pollution, we have seen different gaseous air pollutants, then particulate pollutants, and we have studied global warming and ozone layer depletion. These all are universal issues, and the whole world is trying to come over these problems. So, obviously, at the end we are going to study how green techniques are going to be useful for coming over to these problems. So, let us start with next type of pollution, that is water pollution. We all know that there are different types of pathogens. Yes, polluted water we can see. Now we can see everywhere around us. Yes, microorganisms, organic waste, plant nutrients, toxic heavy metals, all these are there in the water bodies. Though we know that organic waste is biodegradable, plant nutrients are going to be biodegradable, but we are going to see how it is going to affect on the aquatic life and indirectly to the human life. There are a lot of sediments, pesticides, radioactive substances, heat, all these are responsible for the water pollution. So, yes, these are the important things, that is DO, which is called as dissolved oxygen, and BOD, which is called as biological oxygen demand. Okay. So, let us study about DO and BOD. So, first we are going to study about DO, that is dissolved oxygen. In atmosphere we know that there is dioxygen, same oxygen get dissolved into the water, but the proportion of water present in the atmosphere is very large in comparison to the water level. So, obviously for us to take oxygen from the atmosphere is very easy, there is large amount of oxygen present, but in water there is aquatic life, and that aquatic animals do not have sufficient oxygen, and because of the organic waste or the sediments or the by other harmful pollutants, the DO, that dissolved oxygen in the water, gets affected. Okay, so whatever small amount of oxygen is there in the water in the form of dissolved form, if there is pollution, that is going to cause the death of all aquatic animals. So, that is why studying dissolved oxygen is important. Photosynthesis by aquatic green plants is also there. So, oxygen goes into the water bodies through two ways, by atmosphere directly or by the photosynthesis occurred in the aquatic green plants. Now, in cold water dissolved oxygen can be up to 10 ppm, and let us see in air it is about in such huge amount. So, we have lot of oxygen, but aquatic animals do not have. So, dissolved oxygen, yes, there are lot of organic matter in this water body, and in that water bodies that organic matter is decomposed by microorganisms, and if microorganisms want to decompose this organic matter stored in the water bodies, that microorganisms are going to use oxygen present in that water. So, already we have seen that there is a very small quantity of oxygen in the water, and out of that quantity microorganisms are going to utilize that dissolved oxygen for the decomposition of organic matter. So, though organic matter is biodegradable, its degradation is going to cause the depletion of dissolved oxygen in the water. This we can see, it depletes the dissolved oxygen in water and inhibit the aquatic life, and we can see in the picture lot of fishes are dead because they do not have oxygen. All the oxygen is utilized by those microorganisms to decompose the organic matter which we have thrown into the water bodies. So, whenever we throw that organic matter in the water body, though we know that it is going to get degraded in some days, keep it in mind that for their degradation microorganisms require oxygen, and that oxygen is not for the decomposition of organic matter, it is for that aquatic animals, for the breathing of aquatic animals. So when all the DO, dissolved oxygen, is used up by anaerobic bacteria, all the DO is used up. When all the DO is used up, anaerobic bacteria, it means that the bacteria which are going to cause decomposition of organic matter in the absence of oxygen, that is called as anaerobic oxidation, causes decomposition of organic matter, and anaerobic decomposition is going to cause creation of harmful chemicals which are going to have foul smell, and indirectly it is going to harmful to the human health. Next we are going to study about BOD, that is biological oxygen demand. So amount of oxygen required by aerobic bacteria. In previous slide we have seen anaerobic bacteria. See, the decomposition of organic matter will be first carried out by aerobic bacteria, means by using oxygen. When all the oxygen is used up, then there will be anaerobic decomposition. So whatever amount of oxygen required by aerobic bacteria to break down organic matter, to decompose organic matter, present in certain amount of water, is called as biological oxygen demand of that water. So let's see what is the value. General water, the demand is going to be 5 ppm, the clean water. But if there is lot of organic matter present in that water, that amount goes to the 17 ppm. Okay, so the 17 ppm oxygen is going to required by those aerobic bacteria. So what amount of oxygen will be there for the aquatic animals? Obviously they are going to be dead.